Hey everyone, it's Char from Char's Fashion Nation. Yeah, I know, I'm wearing the same tank top. It's pajamas. Anyway, I made something yesterday that I did not show you in the video that goes with her. And I have to finish the closure. This right here, my friends, is not the easiest to make. I have it crossed like this for a reason. I can put it on the machine and sew it, or I can sew this by hand. Now, this is the closure for, get ready for this. Get ready for this. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. I added the little flap in after I had decided this is not the size of a clutch bag. Yes, that is a hand sewn pearl for the closure, right? And it's got the sateen lining all the way down in. Now this is a very simplistic handbag, and which I made yesterday. So I had this whole thing inside out, and let's see. So the sateen here was facing this for a reason, because it's the inner. That's how we sew these things. So it perfectly matches the garment, in which all I have to do is the closures. And I'm like, total epiphany last night, and I'm still loving using these. So what I'm going to do is I will probably hand sew this on. Like I said, I have the option of running this on the machine. That is a complete option. Now, how you do this is very diligently serious. Remember the camera's right there. Anyway, as I'm used to looking over here because I'm always thinking that it's over there. Now it's over there. Anyway, so you do this very diligently. And you have to, what I did was I took my lovely pinking shears, because this fabric will fray all day. Always make sure you have a good heavy, these are industrial. These are made for sewing companies. And of course I got them off of Amazon. Fabulous deal, because these came with, loved them. Now, like I said, I happen to have another pair of these, which came from Mama Bakes Beauty. Which I will link her in the description box with the hashtag. Right now I'm like I'll be charging my keyboard in a minute. I'm charging my mouse. But anyway, so I've decided that the ones that she gave me can go with my travels. These ones are my stay at home. This is how that is. So anyway, as for pinking shears, I will probably get another pair for just travel. And so that these are my stay-at-homes, and travel ones will go with me. Okay, so the point to this is I was thinking, okay, I used to make jewelry. I did. I still could if I want to. So, in my stash somewhere around here, I know it's up here in the cupboard. I happen to have memory wire for making bracelets. So this is my thought. I opened up the little faux pearls. So I have the large one and I have the smaller one. So I'm going to mix and match the pearls. I believe I have some medium-sized ones around here too. So what I'm going to do is make a optional crossbody strapping, because this like I said, this is too big to just as a clutch. That's too big, too soft. So it could be a like really pretty crossbody bag, you know. It's very, I don't know. I'm proud of this because this is my very first like soft handbag. I haven't made any handbags out of a soft fabric like this. Now, I'm not going to say that this is my actual first now that I think about it. When I was a kid and my first Singer sewing machine that I ever sewed anything on was not electric. Okay. Now, those old cast iron Singer sewing machines that you push the foot pedal on, I used one of those. And I used to take old pairs of jeans and make like little purses out of the pockets for the little girls that I used to babysit, and they loved it. Like they had a little bag to put like their little toy or their little goodies in, and I was that kind of babysitter. I'd make stuff with the kids. I would teach them crafting and stuff. You know, I would tell them, if you behave yourself, I will get you something from the ice cream truck the next time it rolls through housing, base housing. They would they would get excited. Let me get my water. You know, I do a video, I gotta have my water. So yeah, that's what I used to do with those, but they didn't have the closure. They just had like a little flap that went over it. And some of them were just open bags. So what I'm going to do is, you see where the pearl is, right? I don't think I got this like super dead center, but it's close enough. And I did already measure this around in circumference so that once I stitch this across, then I can hand sew it in here. Yes, I said hand sew it. What color am I going to hand sew this with? Pink. Now, I know I used a cream color to sew with, but when it came down to the pearl, I hand sewed that on. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, maybe. Here, I'll just push that up like that. Now you can see the threading, sort of. So I want to make sure that just kind of blended in. And then I machine stitched this. Like I said, first I took the pinking shears to this. And then what I did was roll it over. And these sewing clips are amazing. Like I rolled it, I pinched the fabric down and very, very carefully stitched it to make it thin like that to fit around the pearl as the closure. Now, it's very tasking, yes. And why is it tasking? If you take your time and due diligence to make something nice, like I know I can sew super quick, but when it comes down to closures, take your diligence with this. And I did not, here, let me show you that over there. I did not completely stitch this together for a purpose. Now, these are closed, yes, but when you want to do the crossbody, right, you want to add those straps in. You want to leave that little extra open right here. I've seen plenty of handbags. I just realized this. This is like a Birkin. I just realized, don't come at me. Don't come at me. It's a different closure. Don't come at me. Totally different closure. totally different flap. So you can't come at me for that. But here's the thing. A Birkin has a panel on the side and a panel on the bottom with the feet. Basically, Birkin, you cannot come at me. Seriously, they can't come at me for that because it's not an actual like Birkin style bag. And did you know that after so many years, a person's concept design can be used by other people without the excerpts of lawsuit and stuff like that. So anyway, I still have thread on here, which is like fabulous. It's going to be great. This is the right amount plus. So what we're going to do, go ahead and make our little loopy knot. I might have to edit this video. The little knot didn't want to stay. It's being naughty. So yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, I haven't done Supernatural Saturday in a little bit. But we might do that this weekend. Rob and I were talking about that, before I take a vacation. Sometimes you need a break from each other. And so I will be going on vacation for a couple of days, and then I'll be, filming that. Where am I going? New York. Specifically to go see Doug and Kelly Paulson. And I will be going with Rocco, I'm roaming with Rocco. I've told you this. Okay, now, here's where your diligence comes in. Make sure that that is straight. Hold the thread between your fingers as you pull this. Take that, put it through right here. Now, I went through this part, now we're going through this part, and we're doing that for a reason. Because we want that, and make sure that your thread is straight. Here's a little trick that I do, okay? I'll show you one of my little hand sewing tricks. As soon as I can get the thread to behave. Oh, behave. I think there's a lip color called Oh Behave. Oh, there is. I believe, who is that by? Oh, ColourPop. Which I don't see what I mean, like right here. That made some sort of like thready mess. So that just gave me the opportunity to show you the due diligence and the patience that it absolutely takes. Like, see that? Doing things like this takes so much patience that a lot of people would get so ticked and be like, oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. Never say that you can't. You have to be super, super patient with your task, right? And then look, the mess is gone. Oh, I know what this looks like. This looks like the ribbon for, what is it, breast cancer awareness. I am aware of that. I was like, wait, this looks like the ribbon for the breast cancer awareness. I think a lot of things like this month was or is ball cancer, okay? Testicular cancer awareness. Um, Manscaped, not a sponsor, but that's okay. They are a sponsor for Rich Lux. And there's one other YouTuber that I've seen. And they both wear the shirt that says "We Say Balls." So, if I can, I will leave you a link for Manscaped. You can also find it at Target. And I think there's one other store. Anyway, but I do know you can find it at Target. And also their razors and their soaps and whatever. So they do help with testicular cancer awareness. Like, women can get vaginal cancer, yes. But what about the men? You want to be equal, right? You want equal. You got to be equal to these men, though. Men do count. Okay, now that we have that like that, we are going to, and I'm going to show you something. That fits so perfect right over that, that what I'm going to do on this garment is I was thinking, like, I'm going to have to sew a bunch of these. That takes some time, but I am going to sew a bunch of these. Now, like I said, I'm going to hand sew this on. So what I'm not going to do is just clip this in, whatever. So what I am going to do, one thing before I do this. Okay. We have this here and it's sewn on very sturdy, but on the inside, the thread did not catch on that, and I am so happy. Sewing joke. Or I should say sewing pun. So happy that it did not do that. So, we will be back with me sewing this on. I'm like, look at my desk. My desk is taking so much sewing punishment. So we will be back with that. Just give me a moment and I'll be right back. What seemed like a minute to you was longer than that to me. Okay, so we're back. Right. We are back. So, okay, now what we're going to do here, because I'm not going to use the machine yet, maybe later. And that's why I wanted to show this to you. And I'm charging my batteries, right, for my camera. I'm excited that I get to use my camera again. Okay, so what we're doing here is we are going to place this here. So we just have the closure piece right there, right? So again, keep your thread very diligently tight to that. Now, okay, before I do that, I will show you something. You can, however, go ahead and flip it this way, but is that going to hook the same? No. No, it's not. So what we do is we put that right through the middle, right? Put that right through the middle. And like I said, make sure that you have fingers to hold the thread. That way we don't end up with a mess, because you saw what happened. Now that you have that there, remember to reline that up. What you can do is go ahead and put that back over your closure piece, right? Line her up, and then take her off there, bring her up here, and now this is what we're going to do. We are going to very carefully only try I'm going to say try, because on this side you would be able to tell if it came through, because first of all it might catch your finger and ouch, you know. So very diligently, like I've been saying, it takes due diligence. Start sewing that on there. Just start hand sewing that on there, and then when you're done with that, you're going to be so hopefully very, very proud of yourself for making something that you never thought that you would ever be able to create. But I'll tell you what, patience is a virtue for a reason. And for those of us that sew, we so need our patience. I was watching a video of Gunner. I'm going to accidentally butcher your name, and I do apologize for that. Duntry? Anyway, YouTube sent him to Coachella, right? And he was denied. He was denied access. Like, what? But you could let James Charles into Coachella, but you can't let Gunner in there, and he was sent by YouTube. That's a shame. And Gunner makes some just fabulous garments. Now, this I'm going to try to go ahead and straighten out again like we did before, and we will be back with that. And why my camera is blurry, I have no idea. Maybe it's a spoopy. Okay, since I can't get this thread right now to do what I need it to do, what I'm going to do is go ahead and because there's a knot in one part of this, so I can go ahead and pull that knot to that point, and it's not going to stop me from continuing to sew. Like I said, what you want to do is you just want to catch your sateen only. Remember, only catch the sateen. And so, and I'm just going to leave the threadings like this over here because I'm not really going to need that. Not really. But still, I can't believe they did that to Gunner. Like, he had quickly sewn 2 different pairs of pants, and he makes some fabulous garment. Like, crap. And you know what he does sometimes? Because he's in LA, he goes to the LA garment district, you know, the fabric district. And I'll put my phone over here. And he has found fabrics for like 49 cents a yard, right? Freaking bargain in the house. And he'll make a dress for like $5. That's so fabulous. Like, I've done similar things from like fabrics from Fabric Mart, like where it's 50 cents a yard, and I have made cool garments out of that stuff. Like, never think that just because a price point on a fabric is low that it's not quality. What it could be is that it's a last year's fabric and it just hasn't sold. That's all. Just like the rest of it just hasn't sold. So there is that possibility. Now, when I take my trip to Fabric Mart, like I said, I gotta call them and ask the owner if it is okay to film inside their store. Unlike some creators that didn't ask, and it's not Viv. They love Viv. So yeah, okay, so I got that how I want that, you know, the two strand. I'm just going to clip those loose, and that's not going to affect this because like that was sort of getting in my way. So I just had to get that out of my way real quick. And so we have the closure piece on here, right? I think it's cute. And since it is the sateen, that makes it even better. And now I'm just going to turn this so I have it this way to me. You guys can see, like, that ain't going nowhere. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. With a can of spam. Anyway, some silly shit to say. So, like I said, try to make sure, I think Rob is home, try to make sure that your sateen is away from your other fabric. Bring that up like that, because that caught the end of that, which is fabulous. That's what I wanted. I'm gonna go see if that was Rob. If it's not Rob, these are going with me. I have other crafting scissors that are just as good. I've been enjoying those though. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and knock this off. Now, I'm doing this in an old style of a 3-loop. I was taught that by elders. And again, clip that loose. I'm going to put that over there. And then what I'm going to do is to simply take my pinking shears, right? Like I said, look, it didn't catch on this side of the bag. So I'm just going to take those pinking shears very carefully, take that off, take that off. Now, I know I didn't show y'all how I made the garment. I did have that video in pieces on my camera at some point. Now it isn't there, but are we worried about that? No. No, we are not. So you do get to see part of it come together. Isn't that cute? Tell me that's not cute. That is a cute and fashionable closure on a bag. And like I said, you know, I'm going to put the straps on because it's going to be one of those very cute crossbody bags. I suppose if you wanted to, I don't know, that would get dirty on the inside. Don't put your cosmetics in here unless you have them in a little baggie that you put in here. Otherwise, you're going to make a mess out of the bag. Now, like the garment, this bag would be hand wash or dry clean only. That's it. Hand wash, air dry, and when you air dry, make sure you have the flap open. Tell me kindly in the comments below, what do you think about this? Do you like this style of bag? Like I said, you know, it doesn't have that squared bottom on it. So yeah, let me know kindly in the comments below. We will come back with more of this because later I might go ahead and just like smash the videos together, smash them together, and show you how I do the closures on the garment itself. And well, you know what? That'll be a whole different video. There you go. We'll have that as a whole different video. And then also showing in another video how I do the strap. So until then, stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. And I will see you in the next one, and so on. because we have a lot of sewing to catch up on.